Ancient Indian mythology describes something called the Kalpavriksha. It is a legendary, wish-fulfilling tree that instantly grants whoever sits beneath it any material desire they can imagine, from perfect relationships to limitless power. We know it's a myth, but modern humans spend their entire lives trying to build this tree in reality. We construct sprawling estates and massive physical monuments to our own success, hoping they will grant us peace. We fill our lives with exclusive status symbols. We collect high-end vehicles and rare objects to signal to the world and to ourselves that we have finally made it to the top. We dedicate decades of grueling labor to hoarding pure, liquid wealth, operating on the belief that satisfying every physical whim will ultimately quench our internal thirst. Yet those who reach this absolute peak of material accumulation often find themselves deeply tormented. They have everything they ever asked for, but their minds remain restless, anxious, and completely disconnected from any real sense of peace. The root of this torment is a psychological condition known as asantushti, or dissatisfaction. It is a pervasive, gnawing emptiness that completely ignores how much money is sitting in a bank account or how many cars are parked in a driveway. Attempting to cure this internal void by endlessly rearranging the external world is a failed strategy. It breeds severe anxiety and turns ordinary daily life into a battlefield. This three-tier pyramid diagram shows how human dissatisfaction operates. Most people spend their lives trapped in the bottom two tiers, aiming frustration outward. Tier 1 is familial dissatisfaction. It's the daily frustration that our spouses, parents, or children aren't acting exactly as we demand. The immediate consequence of this outward blame is klesh, endless domestic conflict. It transforms a peaceful home into a highly pressurized war zone. Expecting complex, independent human beings to perfectly mold themselves to fit our personal expectations guarantees perpetual misery for everyone involved. Tier 2 is material dissatisfaction. At this level, our unhappiness is aimed at our income, professional status, or perceived destiny. This tier weaponizes our focus, causing it to wander and constantly compare our own standing against the wealth of our neighbors. When our eyes stay fixed on what belongs to another, that vision eventually turns predatory. We stop seeing a neighbor's success and start seeing a personal deficit, an open wound. Over time, we begin to justify deceit or theft simply to close the gap between what we have and what we see. The irony is, no matter how high you climb up the ladder of wealth, the inevitable fall from relying on these external attachments is devastating. It is exactly like plummeting straight down from the very highest of the Himalayan peaks. Pointing our inherent dissatisfaction at our family members or our bank accounts solves nothing. It merely traps us in an exhausting, lifetime cycle of greed and conflict. Lasting peace doesn't come from eradicating our dissatisfaction, but by redirecting it. There is a third way to use this energy that doesn't involve looking past our own front door. This is vyaktigat asantushti, or personal dissatisfaction. We take the critical gaze once leveled at our parents or bank accounts and turn it directly towards ourselves. The mindset shifts. The world is acceptable. My circumstances are fine. The only thing lacking is my own character. The ultimate purpose of this intense inward focus is to build patrata, worthiness. It is the hard, deliberate labor of transforming yourself into a better vessel. The powerful, previously destructive energy of dissatisfaction is now weaponized to burn away your own ego, your own flaws, and your own spiritual shortcomings. Supreme contentment, or paramanand, is never found by conquering the external world. You find it by accepting the world with profound patience and reserving all your dissatisfaction strictly for the conquest of yourself.